Sam.
There was obviously so much joy with this team on the court, and after talking to all the guys during their end-of-season interviews, it was very clear that that joy spilled out off the court as well, in the locker room, showing up to work every day. What was your perspective of the chemistry of this team?
Well, every team is so different. Like every team is so different. We've had some real fun, like sidebars that have taken place over time. I mean, we have the barking this year. We did get Gordon to bark, so we have that going for us. And then we had, the Stash Brothers thing. We had that thing going. We had the Thunder U, thing going early on. Now, if you really want to feel old, one of the guys from Thunder U is not only graduated, but he's working for us now. Eric Maynor. So we've had some of these things. Every team's super different. It all comes from the players, the personality of the players. And we got a great group that way. They're joyful. They are optimistic. They're fun to be around. You don't have to lighten them up, which I think is good. We've had some teams in the past that we've had to kind of break the ice with occasionally. I'll give you a funny story on this. The statute of limitations is over here. It's really my own statute of limitations. So when we were in the I can't remember, we were playing San Antonio in the playoffs, and it was during this like really weird time where the NBA was cracking down on the dress code, but they were also starting to promote the outfits. So it was like they're calling us and threatening to fine us, but then the marketing team, their marketing team, was plastering pictures of Russell walking in. So, and they like to give us a hard time, I felt. So they called me like the day of a game, playoff game in San Antonio. So it's either a second round or whatever, or Western Conference Finals. And they're like, you need to talk to Westbrook about what he's wearing. I go, it's the day of a playoff game. I go, he might have like some like chaps and a cowboy hat. I don't know what the guy's wearing, but he probably doesn't. We're on the road. We don't, I don't know, if he's got another. He's definitely not walking in sweatpants. I can tell you that. He may not play. So I waited because they were really giving us a hard time about this, and we're gonna fine you guys if he doesn't do this. And I thought it was kind of ridiculous. But so I called Ray Westbrook, his brother. I said, I need you to get me like an outfit of Russell's. And so I dressed up in one of Russell's, a sleeveless hooded sweatshirt, leather pants, and a gold, like he had this, like it was like a gold lion medallion. Which when I picked it up, it was so cheap. I was like, Russ, like come on, man. Like, I know what you make, we don't have to. And so because the team was very tight and it was so serious, like it's a serious group. We had, this was Adams, Derek Fisher, Durant, Westbrook, Ibaka. Like, it's not a bowl of cherries in there every day. You know what I mean? And that's why that particular team was good. But I walked in wearing Russell's clothes and didn't really break character. And it was just like, guys, we got to talk about the dress code. And it was like the only way I could get to that topic at that time and not have it seem like, it was going to be the straw that like just cracked the environment. You know what I mean? So every team is different. Like, you wouldn't have to do that. I could walk in with Shea's clothes and they wouldn't even notice. They don't care. They don't care. You know what I mean? But it's really hard to get Serge to laugh. And when we got him to laugh, I was like, okay, this is going okay. I love watching the way that every team's different. And it doesn't matter to me what the dynamic is, as long as it's theirs and it puts them in the best position to perform at the highest level, and our job is to try to create an environment where they can find that level, you know what I mean, to their best of their abilities, and usher it along in certain places if it's getting a little too loose or, a little too tight. But, it comes from the guys, and we've got really joyful guys.
Any photo evidence of that outfit?
I'm not going to mention that. I'm not going there.